Sailing the Nile, My 5 Days on the Iberotel Crown Empress by Alice Phillips, travel blogger. Day 1, Monday. Arrival in Luxor, East Bank wonders. The moment I stepped off the plane at Luxor Airport, the Egyptian sun welcomed me like an old friend, warm, intense, and golden. A representative greeted me with a smile and whisked me to the Iberotel Crown Empress. From the moment I stepped on board, I felt like royalty. My cabin had a floor-to-ceiling panoramic window, yes! An actual floating window into ancient Egypt. After a delicious lunch on board, we began our first adventure. The east bank of Luxor awaited. We started with the Karnak Temple, and I swear I could hear ancient whispers between the towering columns. I walked through the hypostyle hall, feeling dwarfed and awestruck by the scale. The carvings looked like they were chiseled yesterday, not thousands of years ago. Next came Luxor Temple, bathed in afternoon sunlight. The Avenue of Sphinxes gave me goosebumps. What a grand entrance, as the call to prayer echoed from the nearby mosque nestled within the ruins. I felt history breathe around me. Summary of the day. Watching the sun dip behind Karnak's obelisks felt like time folding in on itself. Day 2, Tuesday, West Bank, Kings, Queens, and the sail south. I woke up early, the Nile shimmering outside my window. After breakfast, we crossed to the West Bank, the land of the dead. Our first stop? Valley of the Kings. Standing before the tombs, I felt humbled. I entered one of the tombs and gasped. Vivid colors still danced across the walls, telling stories of Pharaoh's journeys to the afterlife. Queen Hatshepsut's temple was next, carved majestically into the cliffs of Deir el-Bahari. This place, radiant female power and elegance. Then came the Colossi of Memnon, those silent stone sentinels facing the Nile. Back on board, we began sailing south. As we crossed Esna Lock, the excitement was palpable. Tourists and locals waved from the banks. As we descended and emerged into the open river again, we docked in Edfu by nightfall. Summary of the day. The moment we glided through the Esna Lock felt like entering another realm. More ancient, more enchanted. Day 3, Wednesday, Edfu, Kom Ombo, and into Nubia. After breakfast, we set out by horse-drawn carriage to Edfu Temple, dedicated to Horus. It's one of the best-preserved temples in Egypt, and it felt almost cinematic to walk through its towering pylons. The falcon god's presence loomed proudly in stone. I lingered by the inner sanctum, struck by how sacred it still felt. Back on board, we continued our journey to Kom Ombo. This temple is fascinating. It's shared by two gods, Sobek, the crocodile god, and Haroeris, a form of Horus. The crocodile museum nearby made me grin and cringe. As we cruised toward Aswan, the river widened and softened. Palm trees lined the banks, and Nubian villages peeked out between sand dunes. Dinner was under the stars. Summary of the day. That double temple of Kom Ombo, half crocodile, half falcon, was as mystical as it gets. Day 4, Thursday. Aswan's ancient grace. This morning I explored Aswan and my heart was full. Our first stop, the unfinished obelisk. Seeing it lying in its ancient quarry gave me a strange feeling, like looking at a paused dream of greatness. The cracks that stopped its creation whispered of human imperfection in a world of gods. Then came Philae Temple, and it took my breath away. Reached by boat on Agilkia Island, it's dedicated to Isis, and I felt her energy there. The blend of granite, Nile breeze, and chanting birds made it utterly otherworldly. Back on board, we had lunch and then a quiet evening. I journaled as the boat rocked gently, thinking how much I've changed in just 4 days. Summary of the day. The boat ride to Philae Temple felt like sailing to a myth. Day 5, Friday. Farewell, floating dream. I watched the sunrise over Aswan from the sun deck, sipping strong Egyptian coffee and trying to hold on to every detail. After breakfast, it was time to disembark. I didn't want to leave. But as I stepped off the Iberotel Crown Empress, I realized I was taking something priceless with me. A heart full of ancient wonders, stories written on stone, and the peace that only the Nile can give. Summary of the day. Saying goodbye to the Nile felt like ending a love story I didn't know I had started.